Number one, where do you want to go? You've got to have a plan where you want to go. And if you don't have that plan, it makes it really difficult to know what you can do.
Honestly, I think a lot of the younger generation want to find something that they're happy with.
Trust doesn't come overnight. We go to these conferences and we meet with people and we talk to them and we have dinner with them and we have drinks with them. And then we go away. And then we do it again 3 months later, 6 months later. And sometimes it takes 6 months, a year for those relationships to really solidify.
The problem is execution. I mean, everybody wants to talk a great game and they want to do things, but it all boils down to execution. The better you execute it, or even just attempt to execute it, the easier it's going to be.
When life throws you a curveball, how are you going to handle adversity? Welcome to the Fearless Mindset Podcast, where you're about to go on a journey as I interview security, business, and entertainment leaders on what it takes to stay fearless. I'm your host, Mark Budlow, and enjoy today's episode. So Nate, tell me, you're on a roll.
All right.
How crappy is the EP industry really? Tell me, your honest opinion, it all sucks, right?
Yeah, it does. 100%. Don't do it. But no, I mean it's a great way to get started. Like I started my career as a contractor, and it's rough. Like being a 1099 guy, like you have to hustle 100%. Like being W-2 kind of gives you stability, but the pay usually is a lot lower than 1099.
But is there really stability and security in EP?
No, not in executive protection. In the security industry, yes.
Explain why. Why is there no security as EP? I'm just curious. You're telling the young generation.
Well, because of the clientele, right? Like the clientele
can't make up their minds.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. They're
indecisive. They don't spend the money.
Yeah, 100%. I was going to say it in a different way, but yeah.
What is the biggest complaint you hear from the younger generation in executive protection? What is their biggest complaint? That they don't get paid, they get screwed?
Well, so I think that's a dependent question on W-2 versus 1099, right? Like if you're a 1099 guy out there, like you have to hustle. It's good money most of the time that you're making, but you have to hustle and you're jumping from job to job to job, and it can be a pain in the ass at the end of the day.
Would you say most in Texas, we're talking about the Texas market specifically, but would you say it's 50-50? Companies doing W-2, 50-50 doing 1099, what would you say?
I'd say, honestly, well, I mean, I'd say 1099 more so than anything else. W-2 is more so for, corporations, things that have 24/7 stability in their scheduling and everything like that. But that's, far in between, like there's not much of them out there that are actually worth anything.
How come?
Because it's more corporate at the end of the day, and I think that, well, at least speaking for me, I can't do corporate because the pay is low. Like you're going to an office every single day, the same thing every single day. Like there's more adventure in the 1099 contracting world for sure.
Yeah. Now, Eric, what do you see in our industry being you've ran companies before, you've done a lot of higher level corporate stuff, you run construction companies, you've had a real estate stuff. From outsider looking in, how screwed up is this industry?
Well, the problem is execution. I mean, everybody wants to talk a great game and they want to do things, but it all boils down to execution. The better you execute it, or even just attempt to execute it, the easier it's going to be. And there's a lot of talk, but there's not a lot of action. And until you get the action, it just doesn't work. So
lack of execution by most companies, most agents.
Most companies, agents, I mean, it's all the way through. Everybody got these grand ideas, we want to go do these things, but until you actually start doing it.
So you have these agents that come and say, I'm going to be a business owner. Mm-hmm. And you could tell me all the time, these guys should be business owners that know what they're doing.
No, I mean, they don't. But they get into it, they think that, oh, well, this is easy, da-da-da-da. But they're going to get to a certain place, and that's where they're going to be. You want to go to the next level, and this is what we do. We've got a vision out there. We're like, this is where we want to go, and then we just keep making the steps to get there. And until you do that, that's where you're going to be.
Now, tell the audience, you have a business background. You did well in college, and you ran businesses. You're a CEO and did different things. Tell me, like a minute or less, on what that looked like.
So, I've got a great mind for business. I could take business apart and take processes apart and put them back together again and make them so that it's easy to follow And once you've got that, then people can actually jump in and you can multiply the people. And once you understand the process, then you can build that person to fit that process and then find that person and you just duplicate that. But you got to have the process behind it. And that's where so many businesses miss it. They think that they've got to do this, and you've got to understand your touch points to your customers and how you're touching them and what you're bringing to them, and being able to talk to them and find them and be able to say the things that they need to hear in order to want to interact with you. And this is what we spend a lot of time around this, is like, how easy are we to do business with? And that's really what it boils down to. And think about when you buy from Amazon. How easy is that? One-click shopping, boom. That's as easy as it gets. Until you make your business like that or have that flow, you're going to struggle.
And the struggle is real.
Struggle is real. I mean, business is hard. It's not for the faint of heart.
And most of them fail in the first 2 years. What, 9% failure rate?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
but where that comes from is also like, number one, where do you want to go? You've got to have a plan where you want to go. And if you don't have that plan, it makes it really difficult to know what you can do.
What do you see the most failures in the companies that we work with, without identifying different companies we work with? What do you see the mistakes made that why they don't have success?
Just basically that, the execution piece. You've got to have a process and then just go after it. And when you go after the process, it may not be the perfect process, but you've just got to go through and do those things. And that's one of the things that we do so well is, we're on it. It's like, we've got this process. This is what we're going to do. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be. And then you just work it, because you can find out where the process problems are, little snags, and all that stuff has to go back to, like, let's modify that. Right? We can make it easier over here. And that's where all of this stuff comes from. But if you're just kind of like, oh, I'm just going to do it like this or just do it like that, you're going to struggle.
And what's your education background?
Bachelor's in economics and finance.
Numbers, yuck.
But it's also processes. It's like I said, when you take something and you like pull it apart. This is from Lego world, a big Lego kid, and how do you make something out of nothing?
Yeah, that's
what we're doing. That's right. Make something out of nothing. We're starting from here. We are. Let's go do this, and let's make something. Okay, great. What do we need? We need this. We need this. We need a little bit of this. We need some of this over here, and we're just going to put it all together.
And the death of the company is, if they don't have their operational foundation laid, they get crushed.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's the struggle with any company. It doesn't necessarily have to be security, but this is where the problems are in the business world, is if you're not executing on something, or just, you're not going to go anywhere.
Right.
And that's the beautiful thing about this team is, like, we go out and execute. And once we execute, look out, here we come.
Now, Mark Beeson we retired from Homeland Security, now ICE, which is all over the news right now, but he retired, and then 25 years there with Homeland Security, and he transitioned over to the private sector. Did you think you made a mistake by retiring?
No. And yes, I didn't make a mistake retiring, but I did retire right before COVID. After COVID, everything changed, and then I wanted to kind of get out of where I was. And I wish I would have stayed as the government that kind of moved, gotten situated somewhere else before I retired.
Good advice.
But as far as retiring, no, I was ready to go.
You were ready to go.
Loved the work, loved the people, didn't love the pony show.
The pony show, the politics.
Correct.
Do you see politics and exec protection with different clients? You see a lot of politics and culture in that when you're on the phone with different people trying to get business?
Yeah, I think everything's political, right? This is the way it is. But I like it. I like the industry. I think it's exciting. It's very different from the government. In the government, you don't have to necessarily produce to have a job. Right. In this industry, as you and Eric were just talking about, like, a lot of companies fail. You got to hustle. Like, this is a thing where if we're not doing our job and we're not hustling and we're not out there every day, then we're not succeeding. I feel like we do that. Our team works really well together, and I think that makes us just really strong as a group. And I like the fact that we don't all think the same.
No, we don't.
We all bring different ideas to the table, and we all have different strengths, and it just, together it works.
What do you want what do you want the client that's listening to this interview to know about us?
That we're a boutique agency. The best thing that we do is that we operate very quickly, very efficiently, and very professionally. So you call us, we can get up and running immediately. You did that with First Republic Bank. They called us during a crisis situation, and within 8 hours, we had people on the ground. We had their corporate office protected. We had their CEOs protected, and we grew that over a 6-month period, and it was seamless. And what was nice about it is I didn't have to tell them, hold on, let me call so-and-so, or let me check this. We just made it happen. And being a boutique type agency and being able to offer in those types of services, I think makes us stand apart.
How critical is the trust aspect in business relationship gaining business?
It's everything.
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 Everything. Without the trust piece, you're just another company. And I think even with the trust piece, trust doesn't come overnight. We go to these conferences and we meet with people and we talk to them and we have dinner with them and we have drinks with them, and then we go away. And then we do it again 3 months later, 6 months later. And sometimes it takes 6 months, a year for those relationships to really solidify. But once they're there and you can trust people and they can trust you, that's when the bonds are built.
Now I'm going to switch gears here. How do you guys feel being part of our leadership team at Ledlow Security Group? What do you guys think about this thing we're doing right here in New Orleans, doing this event mixer thing? What's your thoughts, opinions, and where do you see this going, if anywhere? This is kind of like your feedback.
This is awesome. Like, this is awesome. This is like a great networking opportunity. We're going to be able to meet a lot of our clients that we've helped out like earlier down the road and everything, and hopefully building more future foundations for, it's like he was saying, trust, like building these relationships more and more. There's going to be a lot of people here, so like there's going to be a lot of talking.
You like talking? Little
El Pitico,
you know, cowboy boots on. You cowboy hat.
Yeah, no, not tonight, but I will be looking good. I think we all will. But it's going to be solid. I think this is good. Just like you said, this has been 5 years in the making. So this is a huge deal for Ledlow Security Group, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I think we all are.
How about you, Mark?
That's great. I think that for us, our name's out there. You've been in the business a long time. You've got a podcast. People know who you are. For us right now, these conferences, some of them are better than others. The biggest thing about conferences is your return on your investment. Like, are we going to get enough to really kind of pay for what we're doing? And what I feel like lately is we've kind of taken a different approach. I love this approach. I love being more intimate. We went to an event the other night, and it was a networking event, and it was so loud that nobody could talk. And I felt like it was a complete waste of time because the one thing that we were there to do, we couldn't do effectively. And I think that this is going to be very intimate. There's going to be enough people here to where you'll be able to get around and see everybody, shake everybody's hand, talk to everybody, but it's not going to be so big and so obnoxious that you feel like at the end of the day that you kind of missed out on opportunities.
Well said. How about you, Eric?
You know, this is an opportunity for us to be back.
No, with that.
Done a lot of great things with a lot of great people. We've got a lot of great friends in the industry, and this is just kind of a way to like get with them and just say thank you. And we appreciate what you do, and we appreciate who you are as a client of ours. And you know, this is our way to like get closer to them, learn more about them, and have that longer term relationship with them where we can actually build on this. And you know, this business is so much, in this industry, so much word of mouth, and being able to like, hey, I know somebody that could help you with this. Right. And that's really what it boils down to. And this is kind of where we position ourselves as like Mark was saying, as a boutique firm. You know, we're not call you up and like get flipped from 7 different places in order to get to talk to somebody, call somebody up, and here we are, let's go. And that's massively important in business, is number one, having the trust, and then number two, do business with your friends.
Your friends.
friendly people. And
100%. We would have never been here. We would have never been able to do this without the people that are going to be in this room tonight.
Absolutely. 100%.
It's really good to appreciate them.
What blows my mind away, all the time energy I put into these conferences, what the beauty thing of relationship and trust is, would you say how much of our growth has been referrals? Probably 90% referrals.
Yeah.
That's huge.
well, people want to do business with their friends. People they know.
They trust.
Call up somebody that's like, hey, I need you to protect my right of my father, or somebody you don't know. I mean, but think about it. But that's the fact that we built these relationships. We continue to build a relationship with people. This is still people business.
Word of mouth referrals. I mean, the amount of time we put into LinkedIn, I mean, it gives us visibility, but truly it's been 90% growth is referrals. And for those who follow me on LinkedIn, it's like I'm here to serve the industry and impact lives. And, my calling in this whole game is if I can save a veteran from committing suicide, it's worth it. And that's why I do what I do. And it gives me something to do. And I could be an agent on the ground, being an EP agent, but that really doesn't give me joy anymore. And the happiness thing, am I happy doing this? Not all the time. I know that's a generational thing. And Nate, we had a conversation last night with Nate, and I think the younger generation really struggles with their values are so different from the older. Is that true, Nate?
110%.
Can you explain that to us? Talk to the younger generation.
Well, I think the values of y'all's generation and my generation are like we're 20, 30 years apart, man, and the world has changed a lot in that time. Things are going up, prices are going up, and honestly, I think a lot of the younger generation want to find something that they're happy with, whereas in 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you just found a job and stuck with it for 20 years, and you could have a house with the family and all this other stuff. And now people are bouncing every 2 years to find just chase the money or chase happiness.
Yeah, for me, being raised in a different generation, I'm not pursuing happiness. I'm pursuing serving others, but I know it'll come back tenfold. It's truly been an honor and fun. I never thought of myself being in this position 5 years ago, but I think God had other plans. So it'll be interesting to see the doors that open next 5 years, 10 years. We'll see. But it's been fun. I mean, you guys are the reason I get up in the morning to do my stuff. Like, hey, I got to hit payroll. We got to go get even more contracts. Did I want to get on a jet and come out here? Absolutely not. I was having fun in Shasta Lake all summer in the rivers, but I knew this will change lives. I know this will empower lives. So that's why I do what I do. Change the world. So thanks for tuning in to the podcast. And for those attending, we'll have this all highlighted with the podcast team and camera guys and doing photos. And then we'll be publishing this probably the next few weeks with Chris Decker Creator Spark team. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode.